Hi everyone. So today we have Swarnil Kaushik, who is the author of Spice Up Your Soul. It's quite an interesting title, I must say. And I'm really looking forward to having this conversation with you. So first of all, how are you doing today, sir?
Absolutely good.
That's great to
Doing
hear.
great. Starting off Monday with a great enthusiasm.
So let's know a little bit about you. Would you like to share anything about you, what you do, and we can follow up with the book questions later?
Yeah. So hi everyone. Basically, my name is Swarnil, and by profession, I am into a research industry. So I have close to 10 years of experience in the research sector. I work across different industries, work with various leading consulting firms, and right now working for a direct industry competitor in the telecom sector. So yeah, professionally, I'll keep it less. But yeah, if I talk about my personal growth and my areas of interest, I would say one sentence through which I can define myself is jack of all trades and master of none. So I basically do a bits and pieces of everything, but do not have the mastery in any of it. But yes, because I do bits and pieces of everything, I have interest in various areas, which helps me open my mind in various aspects of life, be it personal life or professional life, my areas of interest, my hobbies, my way of looking at things, be it traveling, sports, eating food, or reading something, reading an article, having an opinion about something which is ongoing in the world. It all depends on my perception and my point of view. So I basically try and identify to look things from my own perspective, share my opinion with in whatever ways I can, and that in return helped me write a book wherein I was able to basically put in my thoughts together and tell it all across the world.
So, what inspired you to write first of all? I mean, what was your journey to becoming a writer? If we can begin with that.
Yeah. So this journey started way back in 2015. It was not a straightforward journey where I picked up a pen and a paper and just started writing. It was rather on the wheels. So I grew up in an environment where I had many cousins around me, and when you have cousins of the same age, you tend to share a whole lot of memories. And with those memories, we planned a trip to Leh Ladakh in 2015. So that was our first trip for all the cousins together. We were on the wheels. We went by road from Delhi to Ladakh and way back. So it was a journey of 2,500 kilometers across different terrains, sharing the bond which we have shared from the childhood. And then when I came back, and while during the trip also, the first and foremost thing was we were away from our phones. And when you are away from your phones, you need to basically spend time and interact with people and know a bit more about the place and about what they are doing. But that thing actually implanted a seed in my mind that yes, if this is what we can do just by keeping our phone aside, there is a whole lot of universe which can be told if people are willing to read, apart from looking at their phone screens. So when we came back from that trip, we were like all energized. We were like, it is a dream of people to go to Ladakh by road, and we did it, and we did it all together. So my first book was on this road trip to Ladakh, which I launched way back in 2018. And then I had a gap because then professionally we were indulged in various work. We were basically growing a career, but yes, slowly and steadily I found out time. And recently, last year, with my wife, I went to Goa, and that was also an offbeat trip because Goa, if we hear about Goa, it's more of a party place. People basically crowd the city in the occasions such as Christmas and New Year. But what we thought was we will visit the city in the monsoons. The beaches are closed, the shacks are closed, but that is where the exact beauty of the city came out. All through the monsoon season, we were on the road. We were again. It was a road trip, and it was so beautiful to witness the other side of the city. All of us, when we talk about Goa, it's about party, it's about beaches, nightlife. But when we go in the monsoons, it's just about your perception. It's not only in the monsoons, it's otherwise also. But yes, because that was the time frame where we could not do any of the other thing, the perspective opened up that these are again certain various different areas wherein we can explore. So the city is not only related to parties, it's much more than that. So that inspired me to basically convey that yes, this is the city which is known for its parties, but yeah, there is a lot more, and this lot more needs to be told. So I just there are it's not again a travelogue. It's a story wherein we have I have tried to basically define various perspectives about the people visiting the city, about the experiences they had, and some of the experiences are inspired from my own experience. And so yeah, putting this whole lot of things together, I came up with the idea of spice up your soul. So just letting every soul spice up themselves, not just by visiting Goa in the December season, but yes, also in the monsoons.
So you mentioned that you had written one more book which was published in 2018. So what is the name of the book?
The name of the book was 2500 Kilometers Lost on Road.
Okay, that's quite interesting. And so in a decade, you really have worked on your skill as a writer. So when you were writing the current book, did you like survey people or did you like talk to people or how did you come up with the material of the book?
Yes. So the places the places which we visited in the city. So I visited a spice plantation called Savoy. There was a Museum of Goa. So I interacted with the director and founder of Museum of Goa, and I also mentioned a special thank to him, Dr. Subodh Kerkar. So and there were few experiences, kayaking experiences, the people who run the business even during the off season. So I had the interaction with him. So all these people I have interacted. I got to know what do they feel when people visit such places, because spice plantation and then visiting Museum of Goa, learning about the ancient history of the city, how people were back in the era when Portuguese came in, and how Portuguese era basically transformed the people of the city. So people have less interest in knowing. I would not say there are no people. There are people who basically are very curious to know about all these things. But yeah, massy. When we call about massy people, they have less interest in knowing these aspects of the city. So when I interacted with these people, they told us their own perspective. Yes, that Goa is basically commercialized and presented very differently all across the country, and obviously because people are more attracted towards those areas, and that brings in the tourism. But if the tourism is coming in, they can also visit us just to know that yes, this side of Goa also exists. So when these thoughts came in from those people, I was like, why not just write something and then deliver it to them as well, so that they also get inspired. Yes, that they are not the only ones who think in that way, but yes, we all are here to basically bring in the different side of something which can be very inspiring as well.
The title come from? I mean, from where did it come from? How did spice up your soul? I mean, spicing and soul is not really directly related. I mean, spice is more related to food and all, and soul is more like a spiritual thing. I mean, I was really thinking, what could the book mean? Because I've not read it so far, but I was really wondering. So, can you tell us what inspired you? I mean, what How did the title click you? Something like that.
I was just thinking one night, and I was basically giving up my time to find out the right and appropriate title for this book. When I talk about this book, the story is all about a transformation for certain people, wherein they have just changed their perspective with different encounters which occurred to them on their trip to Goa. So it's a fictional story which I put up with real experiences. So when and those real experiences, few of them are mine personal experiences, but since the story tells more about transforming themselves, so transforming their soul, I need to bring in the element wherein people will understand that yes, this is something which is related to your inner self. So I need to think of some title which could basically relate to this thing. And then the experiences which we had, there are some very spicy encounters. The spice plantation which we are talking about, I have mentioned a lot about it, and people will definitely know the spices which India is known for, how Goa plays an important role in it. So Goa plays a very important role in basically growing spices. So it's not related to food, but yes, the culinary experience, the spicy encounters, and the spice plantation, which plays an important role again in the person with and the characters which are mentioned in the book in their life. They have transformed their life when they visited a spice plantation. So it all started from there. So that's how I connected the dots and then came up with the title, "Let's Spice Up Your Soul."
I'm pretty sure that the title will, really mess up with the imagination of the readers and they'll really wonder. So, can we say that this book is more about spirituality or self discovery or a journey to find oneself? Can we say it like that?
Absolutely. I would not say spirituality, but yes, self discovery, a journey of a person, basically two different perspectives, two different persons. Uh, both have different characters, different mindsets, different journey in the city. And yes, towards the end, how they meet up, how they basically experience their time in the city, and together when they come together, uh, what the situations and the encounters which all of them went through, which both of them went through actually, it ended up in a very beautiful manner. So I would just say I'll not disclose what they ended up into, but yes, it's a journey of self transformation. And yeah, I would say people will really like it because there are two different perspectives, two different minds coming in together with the introduction of third character and many other characters which they encountered on their journey. So yeah, it will be an interesting read.
So, as you said, that the incidents are closely based on your experiences and your survey and whatever you have observed. What about the characters of the book? Are they also inspired by real people, or are they completely, out of your imagination? How is that?
See, few people are real, but those are not the main characters. But the main characters which I mentioned, those characters are fictional. But yes, it's not like purely fictional and I have made up something about it. But yes, to build a story, I have basically portrayed two fictional characters, which then fit in well with the experience, the real experiences, and also to read about those characters. That if a personality of those character possess something, and those two characters have two totally different personalities, then what will be their approach in a particular scenario? How will they basically react? What will be their next steps? So all these things are very well worked upon, because I have to think towards two different perspectives. One person having certain scenarios will reflect his emotions in a certain way, and the other in a totally different way. So that gives us a lot of thought process, and that's how basically I would say fictional, but a lot of thought has been gone through in developing those characters and fitting it according to the storyline.
So it must have taken a very long time to work on that, because the way you are telling me, if I imagine, it sounds like a lot of work. So how long did you take to write the book and the revisions and everything?
So as I said, it started in June or in the monsoons of 2023. So the trip happened in June, July 2023, and within the city and within our journey, I experienced all those things, which I basically captured then and there in city. So those real experiences are captured actually in those moments, in those places, and then coming back, doing the homework, creating a storyline, developing the characters, fitting them into the storyline. Then the work was ongoing since the last year, and finally ended up this year, so that I can launch the book before the monsoon, so that more people get inspired during this monsoon season to visit this beautiful city.
So based on your experience of visiting Goa in the monsoons and writing a book that is particularly revolving around that time, would you encourage people more to go to Goa in the monsoon time or back to December time only?
No, I will say they will enjoy a lot in the monsoon, because it's less crowded. Definitely, it's much more beautiful. It's serene, and again, it depends on the perspective, because some people like to have those lively atmosphere around them all through the time. But just taking a break from those crowded and lively atmosphere, you will find a very different serene atmosphere. And yes, it is also a must, so that you brace up for the December party. So having that break and having that peaceful environment around you is also a rejuvenation of yourself, so that you can brace yourself for the new year. Right.
And since it's almost a decade since you started writing, and you've written 2 books which are based on your travel experiences, this is quite, a feature of a typical writer, because they take a lot of time to come up with an idea and then write something. So, still, I'd like to ask if you have any plans for the future. Would you be writing anything, or do you have any travels planned that may inspire your writing?
Yes, definitely there are plans, and I would say it's work in progress. So the book is already, the manuscript is already in place. It's still work in progress. A lot to do, because this time the thing which I am writing upon, it's very close to my heart, and so I am basically, I would say, scratching my mind, because I have lots of thoughts in there. And when you have lots of thoughts, then it becomes very difficult to pen it down on the paper. So I would say this will take time again, but yes, the work is on, and definitely it's work in progress. I am now, I would say, down the line, not near future, but yes, after some decades or so, from jack of trades, I'll become the master. And I'll become the master in writing. So I now aim for that. But yes, okay. But the trait of jack of all trades will remain, because this gives me an open thought process of looking at everything and trying different things.
That's great. That's great. So I'm not sure if I should be asking this right now, but have you come up with the title, because the titles are pretty interesting?
Title and the book cover. So these two are the things which I basically think a lot about. So for the first book also, I designed the book cover myself, and the title also was well thought. well thought through. For this one also, I have done so. And for the upcoming book, the title is not yet decided, not even the cover, because again, it all depends on the overall star of the story. If the story ends up in a certain way, the title might change up towards the end. So I leave it for the end. I basically complete the storyline first, and then think upon the catchy title, so that people really in one go they just look, stop, and then witness. Oh, this is something I have heard interesting, or I have seen interesting. So yeah, let's explore it more. Let's wait for it. Once it is done, definitely it will be something interesting.
And you mentioned a little bit about the first book. So can you tell a little bit about what it is? Is it fiction or non-fiction, or a little bit about it?
I would say that is purely a travelogue, because it is all the real experiences which we all persons encountered, because we were on the roads all through 9 days, 9 to 10 days. We were on the road. We were traveling day in, day out, just having a proper sleep during the night, and crossing different terrains. So we actually started from a very fertile land. So the area around Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, it's the most fertile land in India, because we have various rivers flowing in. We crossed all of it, and we were completely into the barren land. So the journey is so drastically different from where we started and where we ended up, but still so beautiful. So again, it is a pure travelogue, but yes, the real experience is nothing fictional in it. And to start off, it was just a motivation for me that yes, I have that thought process to convey my feelings into words. So I did that. I was able to do that. So that was my main motivation for the first book. This one, getting inspired and getting the valuable feedback from the first one. This one basically was well thought through, because I had the feedback in my mind. And yeah, this learning process and the feedback process will go on till the very last book, maybe, which I will which I will write. But yes, this process will go on, and it is always the curve is always upwards.
So travelogues were, I mean, if I'm not wrong, they were quite a trend back then when people used to travel by ships and all. So did you read any author who inspired you to write a travelogue, or how did the inspiration come along to write something like that?
When you talk about reading, I would again like to say a term called sandoku. So sandoku is a Japanese term, which says that the person who likes to collect books but doesn't read them. So I'm one of them.
Okay.
So I have a collection of books, but I don't know how I don't have that habit of reading so much in books. I have read a few, but most of my collection is just sandoku. It's just for having those collections. But when we talk about the travel inspiration, I am basically a kind of a person who thinks positive in every scenario. I am very optimistic about everything. So whenever I step outside of my house, I will always have my eyes and ears open to witness and experience something which I haven't seen, or which might be unique, or which is new to me. And then when these types of thoughts occur regularly in your mind, it basically gives you a push that this is something new to me. Maybe not for others, but to me. And if it is new to me, there has to be a way to convey it to the world, because it might be new to various others as well. So it's just coming from the inside. I would not say a particular moment or a particular topic or a particular journey which inspired me. I would say the first one, yes, it inspired me. But then after that, I have been to various places, but it's more of those thoughts coming in and those push coming in that yes, this is something which needs to be told. So that's more about it, not particular instance which makes me inspire.
So if it is coming from your inside, then it must be the artistic genius that we are speaking to then. If it is not from external, it is from internal, and that is the artistic bent of mind that can make that happen. It's great to know that. And
It's only about striving for more. So it was just a very few instances stay with me, and one of those was I was working in a company in Mumbai, and there was a quote which was told by my colleague: "Don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done." So I am just running onto the path, and I'll just stop when I'm done.
that's great.
Let's see. I end up in a more artistic way. But
You
yeah,
will.
the journey.
When it is coming from inside, then definitely. Even I can say that yes, you can. So, is there any
Thank you.
message?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Is there any message you would like to give the readers of your books, even the future books?
See, again, we have seen many big authors, and once they are popular, people go crazy about them. They have to read their books. They are waiting for their upcoming books. I would say, I am from you. I'm from like maybe just next to your home, or the people, the majority of the people, the middle class people, or the majority of the people who basically stay humble, stay or read something, play something, very normal livelihood, which most of the people in the country or in the world live. I am the one amongst yourselves. So the experiences is all about from that visionary perspective. That yes, we know that these people have created many big things, but someone from within yourself or within your community or within your surrounding come up sharing own experiences, I guess that will connect more with the people because they encounter the same thing around themselves. And if they connect more with me or with my content, I guess most of the people are of the if we basically do the research or some estimation, I would say majority of the population lie within that bracket. And if I am able to crack that bracket, if I am able to basically reach into the soul of every person with the experiences which they can connect to, I guess we can spice up our soul.
Yes, definitely. And spicing up your soul and your capabilities as a researcher, I think they're going to come together and we will be able to make you a bigger author with a bigger artistic side of yours and giving vent to your creative genius. It was a great session talking to you, knowing you as an author, as a person. You are like so full of life and energy, and I mean, you're spicing up people's souls. That's pretty amazing. It was great talking to you, and I wish you all the best for this book, for the earlier book, and for all the upcoming books, whether they are twice in a decade or once in a decade or whatever. But I hope that your artistic genius always gives out the best output, whether it is from travels or routine life or anything. And I hope that people are able to connect with you and relate with you much more. So, yeah. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And with this, we have come to the end of today's session. We were with author Swarnil Kaushik, who is the author of Spice Up Your Soul. And I'm pretty sure the book is available on Amazon, right?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
so you can order your copy on Amazon, and then we will be waiting to hear your reviews and all that you have to say about it.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
hope everyone have a good read.
Yes, I hope the same. Okay then. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.